Growing up, I remember just such a strong alliance with Israel and being proud of that alliance, and to see public opinion shift the way that it has, to see the pro-Palestinian sympathy growing and Israel being shoved aside is extremely difficult and disheartening.
What would your dad, the late Dr. Walter Martin, say if he saw what just has happened here in the last year, but even more specifically, this Iranian situation, etc.?
My father was a passionate defender of Israel. He would be in every single pulpit that he could possibly be in, preaching and trying to stir up the church to fight for Israel, to actively counteract the voices that are out there. And I know you do this, Jan, and that's why what this program does, this ministry does, is so important, because you fight for Israel. And that's what my father would be doing. He'd be out there fighting for Israel, trying to stir up the church, trying to warm that passion and get out there and make a difference in what's happening right now.
I think our times have changed, and he's been gone since 1989. I think back then the churches were a little warmer. They have cooled off throughout the 90s and on to present time. They've cooled off a lot on Israel, and that's because of a pro-Palestinian push and lots of other things. Let's just play this real short clip of Benjamin Netanyahu reacting to this Geneva deal as it concerns Iran, which basically is removing the sanctions. Basically, in a sentence, a number of nations spearheaded by our White House and State Department.
This agreement has made the world a much more dangerous place. I know that many share the concern of Israel, especially in the region, and there's a reason for this. For years, the international community has demanded that Iran cease all uranium enrichment. Now, for the first time, the international community has formally consented that Iran continue its enrichment of uranium. And this is in direct contravention of UN Security Council resolutions. So Israel is not bound by this agreement. We cannot and will not allow a regime that calls for the destruction of Israel to obtain the means to achieve this goal.